Hey, yeah, I make you teach me a lesson. Yeah, you know your body is a blessing, girl. Girl, I beg you, ease on my stress. When your body talk, I go listen, girl. Baby, you my desire, yeah, yeah. Baby, give me a fire, yeah, yeah. Baby, give me good love every morning, every night. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your body on me.
And to achieve the look, I'm gonna be using hair from Aliannabelle. It's an AliExpress hair vendor, and I'm gonna provide their details in the information section down below.
Baby, all night long.
I was most definitely inspired by many different hairstyles of Beyonce. I picked and chose different aspects that I like about her hairstyles, most especially the color. In order to create some dimension with some highlights and lowlights, I'm mixing two bleach mixtures, one with a 20 volume developer and one with a 40. And pretty much the 20 volume is not gonna process as fast as the 40. Hopefully this is not too confusing. And I will be using Olaplex just to prevent too much damage, because you know bleaching hair potentially causes damage to the hair.
Yeah, yeah. I go show you I'm the right person. Anywhere you want, baby, go. You be the only one I think of in the morning and the night. I no go ever use to play like Coco. So yeah, yeah.
For the two shortest bundles and the frontal, I pretty much did the low lights highlights method, and for the two longest bundles, I did more of the ombre method because I really wanted that part to be predominantly blonde. So I doubled up the shortest bundle and laid it out, then picked out small pieces of hair from the bundle to highlight, and I'm pretty much alternating between the two bleach mixtures that I made, and I'm leaving a space between each section that I'm adding the bleach to. And after I did that, I went back to the tips and used the 40 volume mixture to ombre the tips. The logic behind this is that instead of having to do multiple steps to add a low light, to add the highlight, to add a base color, why don't I just do it all in 1 or 2 steps as much as I can, rather than maybe like 3 or 4. Even though it's not advisable to rush a color job, but coloring hair can be a pain in the butt, trust me. And for the mid-length bundle, which is pretty much the second shortest bundle, kind of did the same thing, but a bit more messy. The shortest one, I'd made it a bit more cleaner, you know, by sectioning out the different sections. I just randomly put the color and I try to make it as uniform as possible. I did the ombre with the 40 volume, then the highlights with the 20 and 40 volume, or highlights, lowlights, however you want to call it. For the two longest bundles, I did just typical ombre, tips being the lightest, and gets darker as you work your way up to the roots. And again, I'm sectioning things off like this so that it's not too messy. I don't want to have those annoying, ugly color patches in the hair. So I'm trying to apply the bleach to the hair as uniform as possible.
Me no go let you go.
I would definitely say this frontal is not my favorite. The hairline kind of needed some work, so I plucked it some and I went ahead and colored the hair on the frontal. I used the same method I used on the shortest bundle because you know they're gonna be next to each other. I try to color it as uniform as possible since that part is gonna be what everybody's gonna be seeing. It's gonna be mostly at the top of the wig.
Beautiful, I hope you know, yeah, how much I love you, baby. I wanna show.
Overall, I left the bleach on for about 30-45 minutes and I went to wash it up with a shampoo. I didn't condition or do any of that yet. I let it all air dry, then proceeded on to the next coloring step. Opted for this L'Oreal color because it's meant to lift and deposit at the same time. With this color, I know that if I apply it to black hair, like black virgin hair, it's not really gonna get it to like a light blonde, more of like a ashy brown tone. So my intent was this is gonna color the roots of the hair the perfect brown that I wanted, and I'm gonna apply it to the rest of the blonde bits to kind of act as a toner and possibly lift it a little bit more as well, which is exactly what it did. About 30 or 40 volume is required to kind of get the perfect shade of brown that I wanted. You can also use a 20 volume developer, just you might have to leave it on for a little bit longer. In my case, I used the 40 volume. I mixed it up and I applied it all over the bundles from root to tip, and I also did the same for the frontal. Let that process for about 30 minutes, then followed up with the Olaplex number 2, a shampoo, and a deep condition. And I'm also using a purple shampoo to further remove more brassiness.
I get plenty love and I want to give it to you.
As usual, I made my wig, and I'm gonna link how I make my frontal wigs below.
I fell in love with ideas when I was in secondary school. She was in SS2, I was JS2, but get it, it's just enough. She tell me, say she love my way. She wanna give me sugar, 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 yeah. And she said, this got at the party, why now it's like, why to the baseline, yeah. Tell me else why she like.
For the first couple of days that I wore the wig, I pretty much added some loose waves to it. And then to get that signature Beyonce look, I went ahead and added some tighter WAN curls.
She feeling the way I kiss and caress and all that
Because the hair is straight, it has the possibility of not holding the curls for long. So I'm adding some hairspray to it before WAN curling it. And even though the curls are super tight now, trust me, as days go by, it's gonna fall beautifully. It's also gonna last very, very long. Matter of fact, it's been like 2 weeks now and the curls is still in the hair. This is the morning after because I curled the hair the night before. And now I'm just separating the hair to fluff it out and, you know, to get the final look. And that is all for this video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. I'm gonna leave all information in the info section down below as usual. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Baby, cool it down some more, no need for hush now. None of them neighbor will hear you. Well, these are my memories. Oh, my sweet memories.